Hit record, is that what you said?
Go for it.
Ready. Hey guys, this is what is today, the 16th? Monday the 16th. Yep. And we're rocking and rolling after the baby's been born, right? Back on the saddle.
Right.
Hopefully you guys have that you were able to join us last week or listen to Jake Kelly. It was really good. That's what we did in place of our call here tonight. Lindsay's going to go over a couple things, but I just wanted to introduce Coleen in this very important business lesson, which is know your strengths, people. This is the key lesson. And know your strengths and know your weaknesses. And Coleen is an engineering background, and she's the numbers girl. And I've been doing this 9 years, and I still don't know half of what she knows. And I was telling her we're all built differently, and we all run our business a little differently. In 9 years, I've never actually looked at an earnings statement ever. So Coleen is going to take us through the marketing plan, show us how we make money, show how important qualifications are, PB and POB, what we're leaving on the table if we're not qualified, and if we have time, how to find your earnings statement and how to read that. So but the key here in introducing NMD Coleen Wilkinson, who's my upline NMD, is that she's a numbers gal, and knowing your weaknesses and your important. Was I muted that whole time?
No, sorry.
No.
I was going through muting people and I was on you for 1 second. You're good though.
Okay. Anyway, take it away, Lindsay.
That would be a shame if you were muted the whole time.
I know. I'd be like, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, so just a couple things I wanted to cover real quick before Coleen gets rocking and rolling here. First thing I wanted to chat about is the Seattle Summit boot camp that's coming up. Several of us have already got tickets to go. We've been looking into, 1 second, let me just try and mute out a few more people. Seems to be quite noisy tonight. We got quite a crowd on here. Okay, I think that took care of it. But if you haven't heard about the Seattle Summit, it's something that I went to last year, actually. And Mitra actually had me train on last year. And it's a really cool event and almost as beneficial, if not more beneficial than conference. And I know that seems insane to those of you who have been going to conference for years, but the cool dynamic about the Seattle Summit is that it's all T30, it's all T120, it's all about what we're doing with our business, and it's not a ton of this like one simple change stuff where I don't know about your guys' team, but mostly my team does T120, T30, and so it was really cool to get training on that for an entire weekend. It was like a conference of T120, T30, what it does, just super educational. So if you have new team members that are in the Seattle area or close, or you had somebody that couldn't make it to conference, cool thing is if you're SSC or higher, you get a reimbursement for going to boot camp. So a lot of my team is hitting up the Seattle Summit. So Mitra did open up 25 extra spots that are closing very, very quickly. And so if you haven't gotten hotel rooms, I know Rick and Allison, you guys are going, and Ken, you're going. Make sure you get your hotel room right now because it's on the premises. You don't have to drive to get to where the training is at all. It's right there. So you don't want those rooms to fill up and then have to drive and stuff to where the training's at. So I just wanted to encourage everybody to get out to Seattle because it was so incredibly beneficial last year. And that's July 22nd through the 24th. And so we're booked to go, baby and all. She's coming. That'll be her first airplane ride. So also I wanted to chat about events. Last summer we were just really taking in the nice weather, and Jess, I know that you have posted something about like your Friday events. Come over and hang out on the boat and everything. So I wanted you to talk about that a little bit. And then I wanted Kaylee, but I don't know. I can't tell if Kaylee's frozen or not. Oh, no, you're not. Okay, good. You're holding the phone awfully still. All right. You guys were very in tune to what I was saying. That's good. And then Kaylee, I wanted you to chat about the Boss Babe event that you attended that was like 50 plus people that you got the opportunity to go to, and these will be happening once a month too. So Jess, why don't you tell us a little bit more about your Friday event, and then Kaylee, tell us about Boss Babes a little bit.
Yeah, no, really quick, you guys. Chip and I just have, ours is all based on weather. So ours will be invitation that is put out the week of, depending on weather. And so we just want to create community, you guys. I think it's so, so important that when we're doing this business, that we're doing it together, that we don't feel like, I don't know, don't you guys want to be around your peeps? So we're just creating an atmosphere to have fun and create community. Sorry for those of you who don't live here. I'm very sad that you cannot be included. But creating community is huge, and I would just encourage you, if you don't live here, to create community where you do live. And so, so just watch out for those on a weekly basis through the summer. Just having fun, and a great opportunity to invite, other people, just to go have fun and hang out with our people. So.
And then, yeah, absolutely. The cool thing is we take photos of that and we post that on Facebook. Like, this is what we do for work. We get together and this is our team training, and, it can show us on paddle boards and on the boat, and like, who doesn't want a job that allows fun like that? So, that's kind of a unique opportunity to take advantage and be around your peeps, like what you said. So, and then Kaylee, tell us a little bit about this Boss Babe event. I know we've tried to do a few that weren't super successful. I think you learned a lot by going.
Yeah, I did. So I actually talked to Stacy and I forgot the other girl's name, who are hosting it and creating the program. And so I got a lot of details about it. And really what it is it's always at night, and it's all about creating pretty much a community of women in talking about Juice Plus as a product, talking about Juice Plus, like they talked about the product. They had 2 product stories and they had 2 business stories. And it was all about just hanging out with your girlfriends and talking about what this business can do for your personal life, but also for your pocketbook as well. And so it's all about teaming up with sideline buddies, because we want to make this a big event. There was about 50 gals there, which is huge, and it was awesome. And so they're going to do these about once a month. And so I'm going to be in contact with the gals that hosted it here locally, and I'll let you guys know when the next one is, because we're always looking for people to share their stories. And it's just another great event to be a part of, and to actually be a part of one that's been really successful. And to see how these ladies do it. Stacy, for example, she got to NMD because of these parties. And so I'm just excited to be a part of it, and I want more people to come.
And it's just a fun event to invite out to. Invite the girls out, do a girls' night out, come have a glass of wine. Cool thing is you have to pay for your ticket in advance, so people aren't just not showing up to these events. And you're coming together with your sidelines, kind of like we are on this call tonight, and creating a community that looks like fun, that just lets people know about this amazing opportunity we have sitting here in our laps. So it's just a fun, nonchalant event that we can do as females. And then beers and business, Rick, if that's where you're going with that, for the guys. Guys, I encourage you guys to do like a beers and business one too. We got enough guys on this team to really kick something off like that too. Rick, what's up?
May I ask a question?
Yeah.
First of all, I'd like to say, Steve, you're looking wonderful. So I do have a question, though, because the other day, Kaylee and I had gone to a Rotary Club meeting, and we saw your wonderful mom there. That was awesome. And I had a thought, because I know Juice Plus as a company, like a whole, does a lot of charity stuff. And I'm wondering, as individual teams, whether it's within the community or whatnot, if we could get together and start doing something similar, whether whatever it is, some kind of what's it called? I can't think of
service or something.
Like I don't know, a helpful activity. I don't know. I can't think of the word now. You know what I mean, though?
I'm not 100% following.
He wants to volunteer to do
service
things.
activity. There you go. Service activity. Yeah.
Yeah, by all means.
I mean, I think that would be huge. I mean, just to get the name about. I mean, if we all showed up in Juice Plus shirts and did a service activity for whatever.
Yeah, and that goes hand in hand with planning events and getting it on the calendar and creating this community of people to get others interested in what we're doing and what we're about. And, we are about helping others, so absolutely that is where I was going. If Jessica has some things on Fridays and then Travis and I were talking about doing happy hours or something on Thursdays. And even if you're not in town, you can plan different things, fill up your calendars. That's how that's how I got to NMD. My calendar, there was something on it every day for this business. So with that being said, plan it. Yeah, Rick, plan something, let us know about it, and we would get together to do it. Absolutely. So the other thing I wanted to chat about is the Summer Surge program. Coleen, were you able to watch that video?
Yeah, I did.
So I just wanted to go over that, and it probably goes hand in hand with what you're going to talk about tonight too, I was assuming. But there's a Summer Surge incentive program for the St. Louis Conference where there's different levels of being customer qualified. And we've been really pushing for qualified businesses. And those of you who are brand new to the business may not know what that is just yet, so don't let this overwhelm you. But there's 3 different levels of customer qualification. So the first one is that you have 1,000 points in your own customers, and that's the gold level. And I'm going to post this on our team page when we get done with this call as well. And Jess, feel free to copy and whatnot as well. So any 1 month during this incentive time. So this actually starts next month and goes to the St. Louis Conference. Platinum is that you are customer qualified for 1 month and you also help one frontline HLP. Okay, either that or you customer qualify for all 3 months. So June, July, and August is what they're looking for. And then there's one more level, Diamond, and that's customer qualified for all 3 months, and you help promote a frontline HLP. So I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but that's kind of what it looks like. That's what I'll post. But at conference, you guys will get a different colored lanyard for your name tag, and at the diamond level you actually get a conference bag. They don't know what's going to be in that just yet, but I would gather some pretty good swag, Juice Plus swag. So kind of cool. It goes right along with us trying to hit club levels and getting qualified and everything else like that. So it's kind of cool that the company is promoting that as well. So with that being said, that is all I had to go over tonight, but I will post some more details of the surge on our team page so that you have it down pat, but just kind of some cool incentives for sure. So Coleen, take it away.
All right. Thank you, Lindsay and Jessica, for having me on. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Awesome. Yep. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my own story just to start out with. When I first started with Juice Plus as a distributor, I became a distributor purely for just to save money on my own Juice Plus. I had no intention of turning it into a business. When I saw the marketing plan, I thought, oh my gosh, I might possibly be able to make it to the first level, but I didn't think anything beyond that was even possible. So I was totally intimidated by it. And I didn't think these kind of businesses worked either. So that's where I was coming from. But my family had such great results with our Juice Plus that we decided that, we just naturally started sharing it with others and a few close friends, family members. And eventually they got great results and started sharing it with others. And, you know, it just started the snowball rolling. I went to a training and had a gal stand up and say she got to VF in one night just doing a wellness presentation at her home. And the competitive side of me, I've always been in competitive athletics all my life, thought, oh my gosh, if she can do it, well, surely I can do it. So a little competition is always good. And when I saw that the VF level, to me, just meant I could save an additional 14% on my own Juice Plus products, I still wasn't really thinking about anybody but myself. So that's where I was coming from in the beginning. What I'd like to do is just go ahead and show you some resources, and I'll just start walking you kind of through the different levels and all the different ways that we get paid in this business, basically. And really, you know, it may seem, I'll go through all the different levels, and it may seem a little complicated at times. And, you know, I always tell people, never really, you know, don't try too hard to understand all the levels. Just kind of try to understand where your next step. But basically, if you go on your virtual office, whoops, let me see here. I guess I got to hit share screen first.
Yeah, if you hit share screen, yeah.
There we go. Okay. All right, you see that?
It didn't pop up.
Okay, let me see here. Hold on. I'm still new at this. It's sharing.
I usually hit share screen and then hit desktop.
Okay, hold on.
And then it should.
Oh, try to get back to where I was. Here we go. Uh-oh. Okay, let's see. So
You have the Zoom app up, Coleen, again?
yeah, let's see. Okay, so I've got share screen, and then I was trying to get on my.
Do you want me to show just like my virtual office, Coleen?
Well, okay, let me just, I was trying to show my virtual office. Okay, but on your virtual office, if you go under training and then hit the team building tab, there's a lot of great resources there.
I'm just going to share my screen, so I'll just try and walk through what you're saying.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe.
I've got some of them already pulled up, but.
Okay, so under training?
It's on training, and then, yeah, when you click on that, and this is so everyone can find it, then click the very top icon, team building. There's a lot of great resources on this page. If you scroll, well, you can see for beginners, there's a lot of great starting references all the way down, but all the way, if you go all the way to the bottom, there's 3 different ones I'm going to focus on tonight. So the first one, well, okay, real quick, just to show you if you click on JPVF compensation plan, that will just give you a picture of the whole marketing plan. And what I recommend is that of these 3 different documents that I'm going to tell you about, just, you know, print it out and stick it in a notebook. You know, have a business notebook. And so this is sort of the entire marketing plan right here. But next, let's go back, Lindsay, and we'll click on the very bottom, the fast track roadmap. And I really like this fast track roadmap because it gets you started for the first couple positions in the most easy way. And it's basically talking how to fast track the sales coordinator. And if you go to the next page, scroll, there's 2 pages to it, scroll down. I love how this breaks it out. And this is super easy to share with a new person about how basically if you get 3 trio orders, or as we're doing Transform 30 orders, it's basically 2 Transform 30 orders plus another order of anything. That will get you to HLP, which gets you to the 6% commission and a $100 bonus. And they actually work it out here in the little box. You can see your first month income here. If you're getting 3 trios plus your HLP bonus, you've made over $200 in your first month. So that can be really appealing to somebody, you know, $200 right off the bat. Then if you...
And the cool thing is, if you're doing T120 orders, it ends up being $409 too. So you can double your money pretty quickly by following the program too.
Exactly. So this is just sort of the minimum that you're seeing right here. If you scroll down to 2000 plus, it's basically saying, hey, you just helped 3 other people do what you just did. So helping 3 other people get 3 households going, you know, themselves plus 2 others, and that puts you at 2000 plus, which, and then there's another box off to the side where it's showing that you'll get a $250 bonus plus a conference ticket, plus you're promoted up to the 14% level. And then if you help 3 other people do exactly what you just did, again, you're just duplicating, that will get you to the fast track to SC or sales coordinator, which you get a $500 bonus. And again, you're also helping 3 people get to the 2000 plus, which is $250 for each of those, which adds up to $750. And you're getting another conference ticket, you know, for a total bonus of almost $2,000. And like you were saying, Lindsay, if you're doing all Transform 30 orders, it's going to be much higher than that.
Yeah, pretty cool to see the dollar breakdown on it. And this is just the minimum. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's super cool. You can see how doable it really is. Now, when you get to the virtual franchisee level, let's see, we can go back to the last document we were at. I might even...
Here?
To the compensation plan. Let's see. So when you get to the virtual franchisee level, this is where you can start having what's called a qualified business. And this is what Jessica and Lindsay were talking about. You have to be a VF. You cannot have a qualified business until you get to the VF level. So once you get there, that is having 1,000 PVC, and this is billing through each business month. Now this is different from promo PVC that got you to this level. And we won't, I guess we can go into that more a little bit later, but this includes yourself and your dealers and your direct distributors. And the reason you want this 1,000 PVC billing through every month is because you get what's called the 5% performance bonus in addition to your 14% commission and your retail sales profit. Now that 5% performance bonus, it may seem little in the beginning, like, you know, you're getting 5% off, and this is 5% off of your direct distributors volume and everyone else above, direct distributors, VFs, sales coordinators, 5% off of everyone. Now, in the beginning, it seems very small.
Oh, shoot. I screwed it up. Sorry.
But when you get to be upper levels, like when you get to be NMD, QNMD, even senior sales coordinator, that 5% is going to be the biggest part of your paycheck. When I look at my paycheck, that 5% performance bonus is the lion's share of my paycheck. So this is really the true meaning of residual income. You're getting a little bit on, you know, hundreds or thousands of orders that are billing through every month. And the summer surge, what they are focusing on is having yourself be qualified on your own customers. One mistake some people do is they use their team. Like we were saying, you use your dealers and your direct distributors to help you qualify. Well, as soon as they promote up to the VF level, they fall out of your performance bonus. So you don't get to use the volume of your VFs for your performance bonus. So if you can be qualified on your own customers, then it doesn't matter. You can promote your team as much, you know, promote everyone to as high a level as they possibly want, and you'll always be qualified. You'll always get that bonus. Now, I've seen some people where they'll be qualified 1 month, they'll get it, and then they'll fall out. You know, they won't get it the next month. And that's really unfortunate because you can actually be leaving, you know, a lot of money on the table. I have some people on my team where if they don't qualify for performance bonus, they're missing out on several $100s per month. I mean, we're talking $500 to $1,000.
Or my direct sponsor, over $1,000 a month.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So the company has found that if you can be qualified on your own customers, and that would be, say, 40, you know, orchard and garden capsule orders, or the equivalent of, you know, I don't know what would that be, like about 15 to 20 Transform 30 orders?
Yes, or 9 T120 orders.
Yeah, exactly. But
Hey,
you
guys,
want...
Can I just show really quick? I bet we're gonna have questions on where to find that preferred customer qualified. Everyone knows where the PB number is, but Lindsay, either you can go to your dashboard, or I can share my screen really quick. But go to your dashboard and just show it's that personal PVC. That's actually is going to what you want to see as 1,000, not your PB. PB is going to be over 1,000, but that's going to include your dealers and DDs. So click on that orange. So that 697 number, you guys, that personal volume credit, that's what needs to be 1,000. That's Lindsay's personal customers under her ID.
Ooh, that was bad. That's what.
That's perfect. So that second line, which is the PB, that's what we're used to looking at for our qualification. But that personal PVC for this summer surge, that's what needs to be 1,000. I just wanted to point that out. That's what they're looking at.
Also, the other thing is when you look at your PVC reports, and that's one thing I want everyone who has a Juice Plus business needs to not be afraid of these reports. They are your friend, and to look at it and to understand, you know, each number. But there is a personal PVC number on the far right column, and that is the number that the company is going to use. And there is a webinar that the company has put out that explains that very clearly, how to see it on your PVC report. And we'll make sure that gets posted. I think it's been posted in a couple of places, but we'll make sure everybody has access to that. But you can see it right on your PVC report. And check your team, and check to see that your team members are all getting customer qualified as well. There may be people on your team that are, you know, 50 or 100 PVC away, and it may just mean a couple extra customer orders to get customer qualified.
And one thing I wanted to point out is, you know, you're talking about these qualified businesses and stuff, and it is the basis of our company and how we stabilize our paychecks. So if you look at this upper left-hand corner here, it's saying club levels. That means you qualifying your business roughly will earn you $500 a month. $6,000 extra dollars a year. So that just kind of puts it in perspective. If you are doing that, if you help 3 people on your team do that very same thing, you're going to be earning about $1,200 a month. Okay, and that doesn't count any extra orders, new customers, anything you're getting, just being qualified and helping others become qualified. So, you know, you come all the way down here to 39 Club, $120,000 a year. If you help, you know, if you help 3 people and they help 3 people and they help 3 people, that can add up very, very quickly. It doesn't mean you have to go find 39 people. You certainly could, but it starts to have a multiplying effect. So when we say that this business can very easily become a 6-figure income, this is what we're talking about, is just helping 39 people get to this virtual franchise level and qualify their business. So, you know, the steps that Coleen went through are very simple, and it's just making it duplicatable, so that your income becomes, you know, just keeps duplicating, which nobody's going to complain about 120,000 extra dollars a year.
Aw.
And I wouldn't.
Me either. Okay, so we'll just go on to the next level. Once you go up to the sales coordinator level, you see you also qualify for a 4% promote out bonus. Now this bonus is only paid out once you are promote out bonus qualified, which means you're doing 3,000 PVC per month. And that includes you, your own customers, your dealers, your direct distributors, and your VFs. And then you get that 4% extra bonus on your team members that have also gotten to the sales coordinator level or above. And that goes down through, they're open all the way down to and including your first promote out bonus sales coordinator. The other thing I was going to mention on the performance bonus is that if you are, when you're a VF or a sales coordinator, you get paid 3 qualified levels down. So that can be a little confusing, meaning like, let's say you have a frontline person who's not qualified and they have a person who's not qualified, but the third one down has a qualified business. That's considered your first qualified level down. And then you'll get paid on everybody in between 3 qualified levels down. Does that make sense? And it may not make sense at first, but you're basically getting paid many, many levels down. There's one other document I would like to have you flip over to that explains, if you go to the profit and incentive guide, it's sort of in the middle of that section right there.
Oh, here we go.
Right there, right. Now this is, I don't know how many people see this, but this is on your application. Like when someone signs a distributor, like a physical distributor application, this is on the back of it. But I really love this, and I actually print it out and I have it in my notebook as well, because first of all, it's very handy. It's got all the PVC for every product. It's got all of the retail profit. It's got the installment price. It's got the pay in full prices for every product for Juice Plus products and the Tower Garden products. And then if you scroll down to the next page, it actually talks about what you actually need to get to each of the different levels above sales coordinator. And there is a fast track to sales coordinator that's not listed on this, and that document is also on that same page where we found this. And that's where you basically do a little faster and you get an extra $1,000 bonus. But this kind of outlines how you get to each of the different levels. And if you scroll down one more page, Lindsay, this actually gives you the definitions and explanations of exactly how performance bonus works. It also tells you what generations you're getting paid. the performance bonus, like 3 PB generations down at certain levels. And then once you actually, okay, so I wanted to also bring this up. If you have 3 separate lines with a PB or performance bonus qualifier in it, that gets you 3 levels down. If you have 4 different legs that are all performance bonus qualified, you can actually get paid 4 generations down. And if you have 5 separate legs that are qualified, then all that means is 1 person in that leg is performance qualified. They don't have to be the frontline person. They could be 2 or 3 or however many down. That'll be a qualified leg. You can get paid 5 levels or 5 qualified generations down. So, and this also sets you up for getting to QNMD and NMD. So you want to go wide and get as many legs with a qualifier in it as possible, and that will help you to maximize your income. So I just wanted to let you know that this exists right here, and in fact, I go back to it all the time. I'm always referencing it, so it's a good thing to put in your notebook. All right, you can basically scroll back up again. Or actually, I know. Why don't we go back over to the compensation plan ladder? But with these 3 documents, you pretty much have everything you need to explain the whole entire marketing plan in depth and in detail. And I'm just going to go through. If you do the fast track to senior sales coordinator, you get a $1,000 bonus. You also can qualify for what's called business incentive bonus, or BIB. And that's up to 20%. What they do is they take your commissions and they multiply it by 20% and add that into your paycheck. Now that's just like, like to cover all your business expenses. And they know that as you have a bigger and bigger team, you're going to incur more business expenses. So they just throw it into your check and say, here, we're just going to give this to you. And it can be up to $500 a month at the senior sales coordinator level. At QNMD, it can be up to $1,000 a month, and at national marketing director, that can be up to $1,000 per month extra that they just throw into your check. So that's amazing.
You mean 3,000? 3,000 extra.
Yeah, 3,000 extra. I thought that's what I said.
And to put this simply, I mean, if you guys look at this ladder, I mean, to put it very simple, the higher up you promote, the more ways there are to make money, period. So I kind of looked at that at the very beginning, and I was like, well, I don't want to just make money one way. Like, let's promote to DD. I want to make it 2 ways. Well, now that I'm making it 2 ways, let's make it 3. And screw that, like, let's go all the way and make it 5 or 6 or 7 different ways, right? So it's kind of cool to know that you get rewarded for each position, not only by bonuses, but different things they keep tagging on as you promote up. It's really cool. So great incentive. You were saying you were competitive, Coleen. Like, that's kind of how I was competitive against myself, because I was like, I don't want to just make it 4 ways. I want to make it 5, right? So that's to put it very simple.
And then also, it's really cool because as you go up, you learn about business or different bonuses that you didn't even know existed. Like when you're at senior sales coordinator, they give you a Christmas bonus every year of $250. At Q, that's a $500 bonus at Christmas. At NMD, you get a $1,000 bonus at Christmas. I mean, it was like, woohoo! Also, when you get to Q, there's another bonus that's not listed here of $2,000. They'll give you $1,000 when you first hit Q, and if you hold steady and all of your qualifications are good, they give you another $1,000 in a couple months. At National Marketing Director, you get a $3,000 bonus when you hit NMD. And then that's on top of all of the benefits package, of tuition reimbursement, which now that I have kids in college, I've been using the tuition reimbursement plan, which is like almost $1,900 per year I can get back to pay for my kids' college education. The medical, vision, and dental plan is phenomenal. It's better than any corporation my husband or I have ever worked for. I mean, we don't even use my husband's benefits because they're so good for Juice Plus. We do everything through Juice Plus now. The other thing I was going to mention is they now have a program that when you hit NMD, it's called the Upward Mobility Program. And what they want to do is they want to encourage you to not only stop there, but to build to 24 Club, where they give you a $2,400 bonus. And then to 39 Club, where they'll give you a $3,900 bonus. And 50 Club, where they'll give you a $5,000 bonus. So it just keeps adding up. Oh, and also, if you hit 24 Club in the first year, I got to go back a little bit. First of all, when you get to Q, you get invited to Q School. So that's very awesome. I know Lindsay and Jessica, you both got to go to Q School last summer. And what'd you think of that?
Wined and dined, that's for sure.
Super valuable experience. Can't really describe it.
That was amazing. You just have to be there. That's all you can say. And when you get to NMD, you get invited to the 39 Club retreat, which is amazing. And if you get to 24 Club within the first year of hitting NMD, you get to go back to the 39 Club retreat.
We had a terrible time, huh, Coleen?
Yeah, it was awful.
Terrible.
And then, of course, when you actually hit 39 Club, then, it's just, giving you a taste of what it's like so that you want to be at 39 Club. So there's just tremendous benefits to going as far up the compensation plan as you possibly can, and to just qualify for every single bonus you can get and just maximize it. It's pretty amazing, really.
And one thing I want to touch on that this doesn't necessarily portray very well is as you're helping your team climb up this ladder, you as their sponsor, you're also getting these bonuses too. So with the exception of this direct distributor $100 bonus, if you help somebody hit this VF level, they're getting $250 bonus, but so are you as their sponsor. So same thing with sales coordinator, right? They earn $500 bonus and you would earn $500 as their sponsor. So we're getting paid as their sponsors to help people pull them up the ladder with us. So I think that is super cool as well. You're not stepping on people to get to the top, but you're actually helping people get to the top and you get rewarded for it. So I think that is super cool too. And this doesn't really mention that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You can get hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in bonuses just by helping your team get to these various levels.
And it's really cool when you're on maternity leave and you get 2 checks in the mail. The same that happened today, so I'm excited.
Also, I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that you can download your own paychecks and your own earnings summaries, and I really recommend that you all do that. And basically on your virtual office, and you don't need to do this, Lindsay, because then it'll show.
I won't download it, but we can show them where to go.
But yeah, basically, you go to the main page and then to my personal file. And from there, if you were to click on which you don't have to do that, but if you were to click on my earnings summary right there, it'll show you all the paychecks you've gotten over the last, I think several years. And you can have your detailed statement emailed to you. And then it actually spells out where every penny from your check comes from. And believe it or not, back in the beginning, I did not trust the company to pay me correctly. So I actually downloaded every pay statement and I checked to make sure I was getting every bonus. Yeah, it's kind of a geeky thing to do, but I became very satisfied that they were paying me correctly and kind of quit looking at my checks after a while. But every once in a while, it's a good idea to just look at your paycheck and see what you're getting paid on and to understand your bonuses. And if anyone has any questions about how to read their earnings report, I'm totally happy to, walk people through that. So.
Perfect. Well, that was super helpful, Coleen. Thank you so much.
I just have to say, I just put my earnings statement on display, and it might be addicting to start looking at that now. I was like, oh, look at that. Wow. Thanks, Coleen.
You're welcome.
Is that a wrap, Linz?
Yeah, there was just one other thing I wanted to mention, and I have already mentioned it to my team, but I'm going to invite everybody on this call to do it with me. But one of the reasons I will say when my business was just skyrocketing, it is because of being a product of the product. So those of you who are brand new and everything, to actually, even if you're not brand new, to sit down and actually do the Transform 30 and to post on Facebook and to post photos and everything else. I'm doing that again, and I invite anybody to do that with me. But posting photos, I have some baby weight to get rid of, so I figure posting photos of me doing the Transform 30 and what it does for you and how excited you are about it and everything really starts promoting your business. Travis had some guys at the firehouse post photos, and they went straight up to SC because people started asking, what the heck are you doing? And they're like, oh, I'm doing this T30 thing. So I'm kind of inviting my entire team to do the T30 and start with us, and several people are on board, but it's definitely something that I have used as a tool to skyrocket through the business plan utilizing Facebook. So if anybody wants to T30 with us, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, I can't reiterate that enough, you guys. If you're going to passionately talk about T30 or 10-day shred, you have to experience yourself. Even if you don't feel like you need it, something positive will come out of those lifestyle changes. I'd be surprised if everyone, gets an A+ grade on every one of those healthy habits. We can always improve on something. So can't reiterate it enough. Got to do it in order to passionately share with others.
Definitely.
Thanks for tuning in, you guys.
Any questions before we hop off? Any questions for the master, Coleen? All right. That is a wrap then. And this recording will be available. We'll upload it.